Cool, man. So let's get into our first topic. Nova, you got that. Take us away, my brother.
Yes, sir. So Mike Straw over at the Insider Gaming reports that the developers behind Ready or Not had unfortunately had 4 terabytes of data stolen. Void Interactive was the company that this happened to. It says they have been a victim of a massive data breach. 4 terabytes and 2.1 million files in total have been taken. And there was a ransom group that has access to the data. They chose not to name the group, which is, I think, is a great thing, man. I think a lot of people are doing this because they're getting publicity from doing this, you know. So it says that the data includes all the Ready or Not source code. It also includes what appears to be console builds and various performance tests and things of that nature. Also reportedly no personal information of the users or anybody who's been engaging, you know, with the game so far. So I'm going to go to you first, Jaffe. Since you've been around for quite some time, it's seeming like lately, at least for me, it's seeming like this is happening more and more. In the past, has this always been a thing in this at this high of a level of continuing to happen, or is this something new that's developing currently?
Well, I mean, it's not new in the sense that I'm trying to think. The biggest one that really made the news was over 10 years ago with the Sony hack in North Korea, and Sony Pictures, and it got the head of Sony Pictures kicked out, and Don was it Don Seal? No, I don't know who it was, but it's some what's her goddamn name? God damn it, she's a Spider-Man producer. Motherfucker. I don't remember her name, but she got kicked out because she wrote all this nasty shit in emails that got leaked about like Angelina Jolie and all that stuff. But
I remember all that.
I said about Obama, wasn't
Amy Pascal. Amy Pascal's her name is.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know, so it just continues. This one is a relatively small potatoes one compared to the Sony hack or the Insomniac hack. Not to shit on Ready or Not. I it's too hard for me, but I know what it is. It's a great game for people that like that, but I don't think they're at the same level of like Insomniac. But no, I mean, I think it's just it's the new bank robbery, right? I mean, it's the way of the world, and it sucks that you have to it sucks that you have to be grateful that you can live openly, because people should have an expectation of privacy. But thank God, I mean, I don't want my shit out there, but if it got out there, I'd be like, okay. But I understand, and I also wonder, it makes me wonder, should there be a law to suggest or to make it, there might be, but if your data is hacked and and you're a company, I just wonder if there should be a law that says you have to report if personal data was taken, because they said that, but they may just be saying that. They may be under no legal obligation to tell the truth, in that statement, and they just don't want to freak out their fans and freak out their customers. So I think, that's weird. I saw this amazing documentary a couple of weeks ago on Netflix called it's not the Social Network. It was the something social network, like Unsocial Network. It was about the rise of 4chan, 8chan, Anonymous, and how a lot of that led to January 6th. A lot of those people there were engaged in that. And it was just amazing to read how that over the last 20 years really has become an unfortunate, viable way to pressure people to do things with these hacks and stuff. So I'm sure we're just going to get more of it. It's the way of it. But the first one I remember was like the North Korea Sony one, but I'm sure there were more.
Yeah, because it seems like it's one of these, like every other week these days, that somebody's getting hacked. Some finance reports are finding their way online. Whole entire builds of games are finding their way online and landing onto systems. Man, it's kind of crazy. So, say for instance, could you detail, like, if something was like this to happen to a company, which it keeps happening? Can you detail like how the fallout would be for the company itself that had that happen to their IP? Like it would depend, right? I mean, like if you look at Wolverine, I don't think that's going to get
as much as the Insomniac leak sucks for the team in the sense that, oh, we wanted to surprise you that Lady Deathstrike's in it, or we wanted to surprise you that, this is a cool costume, or that, whatever. I don't think anybody looks at Wolverine that is leaked and says, oh, well, now I'm not going to buy it. I mean, it's not, it's not like they revealed that it was a pixel-based 2D Final Fantasy Tactics game. It was like, yeah, it's what we thought it would be. It'll just be better when it's out. So I think it just depends on what's stolen. I think if you, there are certainly companies, like I imagine OpenAI, is that what they're called, that has the ChatGPT stuff? And I mean, that would be a company that you want to, if you're actually trying to do some damage or demand some money, that they probably would pay, because that is so competitive right now against Meta and Google and all the other companies trying to be the leader of AI. But a video game company, it's like, I mean, it sucks, but I mean, what kind of damage are we talking? I don't know. Like even the Last of Us stuff, people say, oh, the Last of Us 2 got hurt in sales. It didn't get hurt in sales because things leaked. It got hurt in sales because not to me, I loved that game. I'm not knocking it, but it got a lot of people, or a vocal minority, majority, I don't know, seemed to be upset with the Joel situation in that game. And when that leaked, they got pissed and maybe they didn't buy it, but that was going to happen anyway. It's not like that once that was out, they would have had the same response. So that's what I think. I mean, maybe I'm missing a big part of it, but that's what I've seen so far.
Okay. Thank you for that. And I'm going to toss it to you next, Fame. So with all that's being said, man, do you think that this hacking debacle is increasing? And how do you think that this will affect the game when it comes to release?
And as someone who obviously hasn't worked in the side of gaming like David has, right? I think there's something that's probably always been the case. As social media evolves and as the internet evolves, we're just seeing more of it. This is a thing that's probably been happening for the longest period of time. I do think at this point, with a game like this, and this is no shade to Ready or Not as developers, right? At this point, I think you're hacking them to get clout tokens. I mean, it's one thing when you hack Insomniac and say, hey, man, we want money, or we releasing everything by your new upcoming games. With this, it's like, okay, we got information about the Xbox build. Big fucking deal. Like, what are you getting out of this besides, hey, we're the ones who hacked Ready or Not, right? Can we get a job? Because a lot of these hackers really want to get jobs out of this, right? What are you looking to get out of? You looking to, is it ransomware? Are you trying to get money out of it? I don't think that's the case with this one. It's almost like, hey, we did this. Can you fucking hire me because I'm poor? Like, I really don't understand. I don't see what they get out of this. Because again, when it came to Insomniac, first thing we heard was, oh, they're trying to get money, and if the money don't get dropped in somebody's bank account, they're gonna release the Kraken, right? And Insomniac was like, well, fuck you, I'm not giving you anything, and they just let it be, right? And that sucked. And this sucks too, but at the same time, I think that people are weird in a lot of ways, because you're not getting nothing out of it. At this point, I think Insomniac kind of set the trend now. If it ain't already been before, as developers, we're not paying y'all a dime, bro. You got it. Release it. Because like Jeff said, who's that gonna stop from playing Wolverine? Not me.
Right. And it's like, why would you hack Insomniac? Their shit is always amazing. So it's like, great, you're gonna show people what they already know. It's like, you want to hack some shit company that's lying to you. That's what you want to hack. But
they won't do that. You got to hit the good guy.
I want Phil Spencer's emails as well. What's that?
Hey, listen.
I said he wants some roadmaps out here.
We're gonna start a Kickstarter right now. Let's raise some money. Forget the boys club. Forget the boys and girls club. We're going for Phil Spencer's. Get out Phil Spencer's emails, because I want to know what the fuck is going on over there. I want to see his emails with Matt Booty and go, hey, Phil, it's Matt. Guess what? We're delayed again. And Phil's like, yeah, no shit, motherfucker. Story of your fucking life. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, that's it, man. I just, it's crazy how people got time to hack stuff like Ready or Not and Insomniac, but you won't hack to get people's student loans taken away, or you won't get my money taken down, bro. Like, y'all some weirdos for doing this stuff, and y'all got this talent. Y'all hack the most irrelevant things in the world, bro. I'm trying to get my mortgage down a little bit. Like,
well, a lot of them are Americans, though. To be fair, a lot of this is not happening from, like, a couple of guys in Detroit living, in a I don't know where they live in Detroit. I'm just thinking, I have no idea what's happening in Detroit. I just picked Detroit because I was thinking of the water. But it's not, it's not like you've got these kind of dudes who are, Robin Hood. A lot of this is coming from Russia. A lot of this is coming from China. I don't think the ready or not thing was necessarily, President Xi going, you know what we need to do, fellas? Let's get after that fucking indie game. But but I agree with you. I think the idea of somebody doing it with their heart in the right place would be great. That would be fantastic. I'd love a Robin Hood hacker out there.
Because I think I'm actually in agreement with Fame on this one. I think that these people are solely just doing it just for the notoriety, right? So they just want to get some recognition and get some pats on the back. That's why I really liked how in the article they wrote, and they didn't name the ransom group at all. So you guys are playing these games, and we're not going to give you any type of credibility or notoriety of what games are being played. We're just going to keep it moving, do the news like we're supposed to, and just keep going. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Viking. What do you think about this whole debacle, man?
I'm in a little bit of disagreement about the Insomniac leaks. As far as now, Wolverine on one hand, I agree, like that's not going to do anything. But the whole story of Venom, all of it, was dumped out there. Plus the all the financial information, all the future plans, roadmaps, the Disney or Marvel contract was leaked. Like, I think, like, as far as like other corporations or competitors looking at that, I think that's probably does a little bit of harm in the long term versus the short term. But as the industry grows from, the video game industry 20, 30 years ago was small potatoes. Now it's the video game industry, if you include mobile, PC, and all the consoles, it's well above movies and TV, right? So as you put a bigger target on your back for this, whenever your industry grows the way that it has, and it's mostly because of like this Ready or Not thing. They probably grabbed what they could, found out there was no personal information, and then just leaked what they had. They have like source code for the game. I think source code for the for the console ports as well, I believe. And I don't know what leverage you have for source code. Any
you can compile and play the game if it's in a good condition.
Yeah, but it's a multiplayer only game, isn't it, for the most part?
Yeah, I think so.
Which means if you're on, you're going to be like probably easy to find, and who's playing the game right now.
Who's trying to attach to the servers?
Yeah. But the interesting thing about that though, I wonder, because like Insomniac is big money, Sony is big money,
right?
This was the developer or the publisher that got hacked for that, or is it kind of the same thing?
I just read it was Void Interactive. I don't know if they're the developer or the publisher. Let me check.
Okay, because it seems so small potatoes that I bet you. I mean, I don't know, of course, but I would imagine this one ends up being like gamers of that game or something. Like they're somehow connected to it, because why would that be your target? It's like if you're chasing clout and it's like you chose that,
hanging fruit.
Well, they probably go down a list of games or whatever, right, to see who they can break into.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like my 6-year-old could break into fucking Ready or Not. I'm just saying it's so down the thing that what kind of clout are you really getting? First hack?
Yeah,
Fisher Price or something? I don't know.
No idea.
Well, I mean, the clout is Insider Gaming wrote an article about you. We did it. We did that. That's their clout. So for some people, that's enough. No, they get touched on the shoulder by a girl and their pants got to be changed. It's just enough for them, bro. It's just enough for them.
Okay. I mean, I won't lie. When I first got written up in a magazine back in the day, it was like I had to oh my God, the magazine's out. I had to go see it. But you get used to it. So maybe for me, being written up by Insider Gaming is like whatever. Fuck you guys. What'd you guys make up today to attribute to me, you fucking idiots? But anyway, I hear you. That's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, and then I forgot where my next point was going to be for that. Yeah, I think most of like the big targets, Insomniac, it was the damage was done with like some damage was done with like the gaming stuff, but they didn't give two shits about that. What they gave a shit about was the personal information. And then what was the resolution to that? I think they did get paid, did they? Like they did.
I think they did.
I swear I heard that they sold it off.
Well, we'll probably never. Oh wait, who got paid?
The hackers got paid,
but not by Insomniac.
Not by Insomniac.
Okay.
Not by Insomniac. So what happens is they know that these companies probably won't pay the ransomware, but there'll be millions of articles about it, and it'll be on the black market as the new hotness, and then you'll have a bunch of buyers for it. But yeah, I don't think there's any ransomwares out there just trying to get the Ready or Not one is weird, but just trying to get source code. They probably only ended up getting source code and was hoping for more, or at least I mean that's just what we know anyway, right? We don't know. I mean, would they have to disclose that? I guess they wouldn't, would they?
I don't know what the law is on that.
I don't either, man. It sounds strange that if you're a company and you had a vulnerability and people's personal information got hacked, you'd have to let them know.
If it's not a law, it definitely should be a law, man. I should know whether my information is rolling around on the dark net, the dark web.
Yeah.
You should tell.
I saw an article the other day that said like over half of Americans no longer think that working hard will get them ahead. And it mirrors a lot of things that my kids and their friends say, that generation say as well. I think, while I agree with you, it's a rotten thing to do and it's criminal and it should be criminal and there should be serious ramifications. I don't think the shame on you tactic really works anymore for a lot of people because the toothpaste is out of the tube in regards to how corrupt and how just, manipulative the people are that are supposed to be and claim to be the good guys are. And we see the rules they break and get away with. And then they try to shame everybody else into acting like, just, be a good guy. That's what we all love. And it's like, yeah, but you're not, and you're just playing us all. And I think the internet has done a really good job in making that awareness more prevalent. And in that, I don't think where these guys have arrived, which is, because of that, let's just watch the world burn. I don't think that's where we want to end up. But I do think we probably have to go through some kind of evolution of what it means to be living in a capitalist society today, because we know that all the things that were bullshit in the past that we thought were pillars of our community are just horseshit. And so how do we respond to that? I think that's where some of this is coming from. It's hard to hate people who, go after big corporations that, would fuck you just as well as make an extra penny off you. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. I can definitely get on board with that because they're not evil or demons or anything like that. Just trying to make a point that if some people have, some livelihood that they're working on, something that they've been working on for a long time.
It sucks.
Definitely. Yeah, it does suck. But definitely, when you think about it, everything is not fair and balanced. And the people that are being attacked are definitely large corporations that, probably don't have their hands clean just as well.
That's right.
Yeah.